This chapter in my journey started in June 2023 when I experienced for the very first time the shamanic journeying practice. This completely changed my world, my life, how I connect with my soul, how I connect with my inner world. So what happened? How did I get there? And what exactly I experienced? I will be sharing this with you here in this video. But if you're new to me, I am Stella. Welcome to my space. I love to work with intuitive creators. I love to hold the space for those unique gifts that every single one of us have, so that we can all share them with the world and have the confidence that what we have is needed, is important. We are all helping each other grow. We are all helping each other progress and learn those important lessons in this lifetime and others. So in June 2023, I went to this amazing course with one of my friends. She said, Stella, we need to go there. Let's experience that beautiful space. To my surprise, to begin with, I was actually able to make it. It was 1 week away from my home, from my family, and I wasn't sure if I will be able to go there, if I'll have the time, and if all the planets will align for me to be there. But here I was at this course where I was supposed to choose two main subjects to learn. One of them I was like 100% sure that I wanted to embrace healing through color, which I felt in my soul. It's something I really want to go through. But for the second subject, I wasn't really sure what I'm going to choose. However, out of all the options, there was shamanic journeying. And I kept asking myself again and again if this is the path that I need to embrace. And every single sign that came to me, every message that came through in dreams, in symbols, even when I was journaling, when I was writing something on a piece of paper, when I was scrolling through my social media feed, I would always see symbols and signs that would tell me, yes, this is what you need to experience. So I had no idea how I will feel during that experience. I had no idea what kind of emotions will come through, what kind of experiences will come through. But I really trusted my own guidance. I trusted my guides, and I trusted that this is exactly what I need to experience at that point in time. So this particular chapter with my shamanic journey started in June 2023, but I have been guiding lots of people through their own paths to find their own truths for many years now. I've done thousands of readings by using various tools like tarot, oracle, pendulums, my own intuition, connection with my own guides, guiding those people who came into my space to experience their own journeys, to say now, but of course in different ways, until I found the shamanic journeying practice. And that completely changed the way I see and the way I look at everything that is within me and around me as well. So what happened during that week? To begin with, I connected with my shamanic guide. And if you are familiar with shamanic journeyings, you may know already that we can have many guides that we can work with. And when we do shamanic journeyings, we will usually have our own guide that will be there with us as we are doing these shamanic journeyings. I connected with my guide. I connected with my beautiful power animal that is a panda bear. Everywhere I go now, when I see a panda bear, I know this is a sign for me. Sometimes I even go to watch a movie at a cinema, and then there will be an ad with the panda bear, and I will know this is something for me to look at, or it's a moment for me to stop for a minute and really ask myself important questions within myself. So apart from me connecting with my shamanic guide, I connected with my power animal. I also had really intense experiences. At one point, the beautiful lady who was guiding us through our shamanic journeying, she invited us to step into one particular journey with the intention to send healing to everyone in the Ukraine. I was all in because if you know me, you know that when I start something, I really want to be all in, and this wasn't an exception. So I was all in. And to my surprise, as soon as that journey started, my whole body began to shake. But I didn't experience pain or anything like that. It was the type of sensation where, you know something is happening, you're changing. It almost feels like your body is going into a completely different reality and dimension. And this is what I felt. I instantly saw myself going there, and I was so surprised to actually meet one of my ancestors. And more specifically, I met my grandmother's sister, who I never met in real life, but I knew of her. And as I was there doing the work and connecting with that place during that shamanic journeying, I knew that my ancestors were waiting for me to start this practice, to start this experience, to go within myself at a deeper level, to connect with nature, to connect with my ancestors, to help the world in different ways. And I didn't even know what kind of ways those will be. But as I went through that whole week of shamanic journeys, it really opened new doors for me. But until that point, I worked with past lives, with future lives, with traveling in time, and I am incredibly grateful for those practices, because those practices helped me understand what it means to communicate with your soul, with your higher self. And I feel that when I was introduced to the shamanic journeyings, it was almost like I've been through that preparation stage, and then here I was ready to experience something on a deeper level. After that week in June 2023, I came back home, and a lot of things started changing. A lot of things were happening for me at a faster pace. If I was thinking that I'm going to launch something in a specific month, that something would happen much sooner. So between June 2023 to December 2023, I did so much work on myself. I did a lot of healing. I've had a lot of guidance from my ancestors. I've had a lot of guidance in my dreams through everything that I was doing. So between June and December, I opened my YouTube channel. I knew exactly what I had to do. I started doing a lot of interviews with amazing people, amazing intuitive creators. And then in December, I opened my own membership, Intuitive Creators Club. But everything I've done felt aligned, and it felt that it was happening at a divine timing. And for that, I was incredibly grateful. So after I did these two big things for me, launched my YouTube channel and launched my membership, then at the end of December, beginning of January, we went away for a trip as a family. And as I was scrolling through social media, I found someone with just an incredible energy who was sharing about her course to become a shamanic practitioner that was going to start on the 3rd of February. And I really, when I saw that, I was like, that's interesting, but that was it. So I closed my phone, and then I started doing some other stuff, but this kept coming back in my mind again and again. And I started seeing again signs everywhere. People would I remember it was New Year's Eve, and somebody messaged me sharing an amazing message. But then I clicked on that person's profile, and they were connected with the shamanism or shamanic world. And I was like, I was never in contact with that person before. And it's like the universe was speaking through that person who was my messenger, or was a messenger for me at that point in time. Then after that, when we came back from that trip, I was just about to step into a shop and I saw these two people drumming and singing, and I could tell it was this very shamanic vibe. I stepped into the shop. When I stepped out of the shop, they were no longer there. So that happened literally within minutes. So those signs were absolutely everywhere. And in my dreams, I just knew I can't ignore this calling. I knew I have to go ahead with it. So I contacted my teacher, and I recognized her incredible energy just by looking at her profile and page and website. But when I had the conversation with her, it just felt like I knew her for my entire life and before. It felt very familiar. It felt like I was exactly where I was supposed to be. So it was absolutely no way back for me from there. And even if it was last minute decision, last minute call, I knew I have to go forward with it. And more than that, I knew it was a divine timing, because just to share something really funny with you, when I wanted to open my membership, and this, by the way, membership is something that was on my mind and in my heart for years, but it was just never the right time for it, because I guess I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't ready energetically to create that space until December 2023. But initially I wanted to launch it at the end of January. And but I followed all the guidance that I had and I went ahead with it and I did it in December. And then when I found this beautiful course to become a shamanic practitioner, I understood why I had to do the launch for my membership a month or 2 months almost before I was initially planning, because in January 2024, I had to start preparing for this journey for myself, and not only for myself, but for everyone around me as well, because really I just knew I had to embrace this learning and connection with my soul. And this is my whole intention, to start my shamanic diary here with you all, to share my journey with you so that you see how it can look like when you go through such an experience, because I know that as intuitive creators, we want to discover more, to connect with something that is unknown and mysterious. And usually you would look online and you would see people sharing about their journey, but after the journey was done or after they completed that course or that chapter. And this is incredibly inspiring, because this is telling us it is possible. But I really wanted to go through this journey with you intentionally, because I've done this different kind of courses before, and I would talk about them afterwards. But this time something in me invited me and encouraged me to share my journey with you all here. And I know that if you came across my channel or my space and you feel like you want to continue to watch my videos, there might be something in everything that I'm sharing that your soul needs to hear, something that maybe you need to know for yourself, for your own journey and growth. And if that's the case, take whatever resonates with you, as I always say. And so my intention here is to share all of this with you as you're watching. If you have any questions, let me know. And if you want to connect with me in other ways on social media or anywhere else, check out the description for this video and the description of my channel so that we can connect and get in touch with each other. Stay tuned, and I can't wait to share the next episode with you. Bye-bye.